This video, I'm going to talk to you about the ultimate migration wave that is going on in this country right now. I'm going to share with you the 10 states that everyone is moving to. So if you're looking to make a fresh start, you may find your next home or your next state you'll call home on this list. So you don't want to miss this one. Let's get started. Before I get into this, I have to tell you, it took me forever to find this list. There were all these different lists out there of the most popular states and the states that everyone is moving to. So do what you want with this list. If there's some states on here that you thought should be on this list and are not, if you search the internet, I'm sure you'll find a list with whatever states you're interested in. They'll be on that list. I took this off of Forbes.com. It pulled information from the USPS for the United States Postal Service on address changes. They also had some data from United Van Lines. And when it comes to accuracy, this is probably your most accurate, but who knows? I could be wrong. So like I said, do with this list what you want, however it fits you. Coming in at number 10 is Idaho. Now, Idaho has seen some price decreases over the past year since the migration did slow down a little bit, but a lot of those states on the West Coast are still making that migration. As a matter of fact, Californians are probably the biggest population that's moving to Idaho right now. They have booming job markets in both agriculture and medicine. So that's pretty much a driving force of bringing a lot of people to Idaho. Nearly 1,800 new households moved to Idaho last year. The median sales price in Idaho as of May of 2023 is $460,900. Now, that is a 9% decrease year over year. Like I said, the prices have been coming down in Idaho, but it's not a bad thing. If you're looking for affordability, maybe this is the time to jump on a home in Boise and take advantage of those prices coming down. Coming in at number 9, it's Delaware. Delaware has become so popular mainly because of their low taxes. Now, they have no sales tax, and their property tax rate is one of the lowest in the country. Plus, you can get some pretty affordable housing, depending on what part of the state. Now, if you're looking like the northern central part of the state, those homes are a little bit more affordable. As you get to the beach towns, they do get to be a little bit more expensive. But overall, the median sales price in Delaware as of May of this year was $327,300. That was still a 1.3% increase year over year. Prices went up a little bit, but still, for a little over $300,000, you can afford a home in Delaware. And again, save on those property taxes too. At number 8, we have Maine. More people are leaving the Northeast states to go to Maine because of why? The lower cost of living. Maine saw a net influx of 2,500 families recently, and it became a very popular place to live during the pandemic. A lot of remote workers flocked to Maine, and it is beautiful up there. It really is. So I can understand why people are making the move up there. The median home sales price in Maine was $373,700. They saw a 6.1% increase year over year. So this is May of 23 compared to May of 22. So prices are still going up there, but they're still pretty reasonable, and you could afford a home in Maine. So if you live in the Northeast, you don't want to really leave the Northeast, Maine would be a really good option for you. Coming in at number 7 is Nevada. Nevada's population grew by 3,100 families last year, and a lot of those people came from the Pacific Northwest and the southern states. Nevada also has a low cost of living, and the weather brings people to Nevada too. Now, I know it does tend to get pretty hot there in the summer times, but year round, it's a pretty good climate to live in. So I can see why people want to move there. The median home sales price in Nevada as of May of this year was $428,100. Now, they did see an 8.1% decrease in price year over year, so that's another good thing. So if you're looking to get a cheaper home, the prices are still coming down in Nevada. So I would definitely check this place out. Coming in at number 6, it's Tennessee. Tennessee saw a net gain of 4,500 families over the last year. And people think that Tennessee is ideal for living because they feel like they're on vacation when they're living in Tennessee. They have low cost of living, low taxes, and they have an expanding job market too. A lot of people who are retiring to Tennessee, believe it or not. And with a median sales price of just over $377,000, I mean, can you blame them? I could see why people are moving there. Tennessee did see a price decrease of 2.4% year over year. So those prices are coming down, not by much at all, but they are coming down. So if you're looking to purchase a home in Tennessee, now may be the time to take advantage of that. At number 5, we have the great state of Georgia. Georgia gained 5,000 families in the past year. And what's so great about Georgia are that there are so many outdoor opportunities. The weather is always good. You have mild winters. There are beaches. There's just a lot to do in Georgia. As a matter of fact, Georgia, I think, has been a pretty popular place for people to move to for a number of years. I remember when I first came out of college, I knew a lot of kids that were flocking to Atlanta. And there was this whole big boom back in the 90s where all of these homes were just being built all over the place outside of the metro area of Atlanta. It's funny to see that Georgia is still that popular. Now, the median sales price in Georgia right now is $375,000. They did see a slight increase year over year this May of 0.9%. Still, $375,300, I'll take it. I think that's a great price. Now, I'm sure there are other more expensive homes depending on the different parts of the state. Look, at 375, that's nothing to sneeze at. I'd be looking into Georgia if I were you. At number 4, we have North Carolina. In recent years, North Carolina saw a net person increase of over 9,000 people. And of course, everyone's going there, again, for the same reasons as Georgia. It's the outdoor activities. You do have beaches. You also have mountains, too. There's a lot of hiking that you can do in North Carolina. And the low cost of living. So all these things combined makes North Carolina very attractive. And you know what else is attractive is the median sales price. The median sales price is $371,100. That's a slight increase. The prices did go up this year. They went up about 2.9% year over year from 2022, but still 371,000. Yeah. Where do I sign up for that? I think that's a really great price. So North Carolina may be a good option for you if all of these things check the boxes. And at number 3, of course, we can't leave out South Carolina. South Carolina is seeing a big population increase, very similar to Florida. Now, this all started with the pandemic. The pandemic spurred like a ton of growth in that state, but they're still seeing more people moving in there. It has a very strong job market. And again, low cost of living, lower taxes. What else do you need? The median home sales price. The median home sales price in South Carolina is $374,200. So yeah, and that's even with a slight increase year over year. The increase was 2.1% this year compared to last May. And it's still a good price, guys, you know. I don't know. I think South Carolina, that's another good one that we used to look into. Coming in at number 2 is Florida. I know you were thinking this is probably going to be number 1, right? No, it's not. Florida came in at number 2. All the things that Florida offers are the low taxes, the sunshine, the jobs. And of course, during the pandemic, it was the relaxed COVID restrictions that really drew a lot of people into Florida. And then a lot of them just decided to stay there. So on top of the sandy beaches, the tropical weather, all those beautiful things, let's not forget about the median home sales price. I did do a video sometime back about 10 reasons why you shouldn't move to Florida. There are some parts of the state, it does get expensive. It does. The insurance rates are a little bit higher. But if those are things that you can overlook, Florida, that may be your state. So the median sales price in Florida right now, as of May of 23, it's $407,200. A little on the pricier side compared to the other states on this list. And believe it or not, this price, this is as of May of 2023, that was a slight decrease of just 0.4%, less than 1%, less than half of 1%. So just a tiny decrease. So prices aren't moving much in Florida because people are still flocking there. So, but if this checks all the boxes for you, you definitely want to consider moving to Florida. Coming in at number 1, the state that everyone is moving to.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Is Texas. According to the United States Post Office, Texas saw a gain of 12,700 residents since 2021. A lot of it has to do with a lot of Californians moved to Texas, and people do say that it's because of their conservative political movement. And whatever floats your boat, I don't get political here, but that seemed to be the driving force for people to be flocking to Texas. Now, Texas does offer a really strong economy, a very strong job market. They also do have low taxes depending on where you live. There are some certain towns in Texas. I know in Austin, some towns outside of Austin or like northern Texas, outside of Dallas, taxes can be high in those towns. So do your research on that. It doesn't go for the entire state. Overall, Texas does provide a lower cost of living, and the weather is fantastic there. And what's even better are the home prices. The median home price as of May of this year in Texas was $357,800. Now, that's a decrease from last year of 4.4%. So slight decrease. And I think that decrease, that number has to do a lot with Austin, because I know Austin did see some major price decreases. It just got really super overinflated during the pandemic. And that's one of the cities that saw like double-digit decreases. So I have a feeling this overall number for the state, that's a lot of that's being carried by Austin. But Austin, believe it or not, is still a great city to live in as well. So strong job market. The city itself got a great music vibe. They had the University of Texas there. Again, a great place to live. If you're looking to make a move to any of these states or any state that's not on this list, I have partnered with Home and Money, and you can click the link below in the description box, and they can connect you with an agent in the area that you're looking to buy a home. And again, don't forget, this is a list from Forbes.com. I didn't make this list. I pulled it off of their website, and there are other lists out there. So if you find another list that suits you better, I hope you find the perfect place for you that you can call home. Thank you for joining me this week to get your dose of real estate reality. My name is Jackie Baker, and I will see you next time.